Welcome to Wingnut's workshop. Today's project is hopefully going to be illuminating. Our fluorescent lights in our kitchen started fading, so I replaced the bulbs, and they kept fading, so I realized it was the ballasts. So I bought new. Since I had double fluorescent lights, I bought double LEDs and put them in the kitchen. And everybody in the family said, "Whoa, that's way too bright. We don't want those." And unfortunately, where I had to mount them, I had to cut holes in them to go and get them to work to fit in the kitchen. And so I had to buy single fluorescent lights or LED lights and replace them. So today's project is going to see about trying to update my lights in my garage. In April of 2011, a close friend, family friend, electrician named Frank came over, and I helped him install 11 fluorescent lights around my whole garage. My daughters came out and said, "Wow, it looks like heaven. It's so bright in here." Working on cars, I didn't want to have any shadows, so I put fluorescent lights everywhere. And since the ballasts have gone out over the past 14 years, I've now replaced these two as LEDs, taken out the ballast and put the bypass lights in there. So today's project is going to be to take these lights that are directly over my workbench and my tool wall and my lathe and all projects that I do over here, my sander, my fiber wheel. I'm going to go and replace these with the two fixtures that I got. I got two 4-foot and one 2-foot, so these are going to become the two 4-foot. These I'm going to go and rewire to use the bypass bulbs, and I'm going to start replacing my lights, and I'm going to get my lights back in my garage, and I can't wait to get some illumination. So stand by and follow along. So I'll get on the ladder in a few minutes to go and remove the old fixture. Luckily, when we installed them, we used the center connection on the existing lights that we have standing. So there. Now I'm ready to go and start replacing the fixtures. Let's see what we can do. Light switches are off, power is off. Okay, so change of plans on this. This appears to be where Frank pulled all the circuits. I've got 4 whites and 3 blacks connected through here as where this might have started. I'm going to go and punch a bigger hole into the fixture that I've got so I can just continue this exactly what is here and then tie in. I've got these 2 switches are for the light, so I'm going to have two light connections just like this on my new light. So let me go and make a bigger hole. So the hole that Frank made was a 2-inch hole. The biggest I can do is a 1 3/8. I've held it up. I have put all the wires through there, and I think I can be able to do that. There's a lot of extra space up there. So let me show you how I'm going to go and punch a 1 3/8 hole in my light fixture. Now I am fortunate to have inherited many tools from my father. This is an Olson Electronics chassis punch. I know he used it for instrument panels on his tri-pacer and his 172. So let me put it together and get this set up, and I will show you how we punch a hole in sheet metal. Okay, just so I can center the punch on here, I've measured. This is a standard 7/8 inch knockout. So 1 3/8. It's going to be a 1/4 inch larger on both sides. So I go 2/8 Now I can't measure that way, but here's a secret. As school supplies are being available now, these plastic flexible rulers are great for many different things. For instance, getting into this track, I now know exactly where my 3/8 needs to be. Now let me go and show you the chassis punch. This is the meat of the chassis punch. That's where we punch into. There's all different sizes I can insert into here that I can downsize. I've got multiple sizes in this particular set, but I need a 1 3/8. So what I'm going to do basically is center this on the hole, and as I go and crank this down, that is going to punch me a new hole. Let me show you how it works. Trying to get it centered just right, and that looks pretty close to it. So I've tightened that. Let me zoom in a little bit. Almost there, almost. And that is how you get a 1 3/8 inch hole with a chassis punch. I would say that looks like success. And as I back out carefully to look at everything, okay, they're not exactly in alignment, so I can go and adjust that. I'm trying to do it by myself, but I am happy. I've got lights and we're good. Now that I've replaced 2 fixtures on my ceiling with the fixtures from the kitchen, I've taken 2 down. I have many more that I need to upgrade to LED. It's hard standing on a ladder to remove and repair and fix the parts. So now that I've got them off the ceiling, let me show you what I'm going to be doing. This is the fixture that I took off, and it's going to come up replaced with these LED bulbs. I have plenty to upgrade the 8 more fixtures that I have left to do, but the ballast is going to be removed, and these tombstones, the sockets, need to be upgraded. So let me show you what those do. Okay. This is my current situation. I've got the light fixture with the ballast, and the wires go out, connect to the home light, home power, and to the switch. What I need to do is remove the ballast and connect those. The current one has the two two sockets at the end are connected, but they're also shunted sockets. And I need to make them unshunted sockets, but this is how mine is going to get wired. The neutral and power from the house are going to go to each one of the tombstones. The sockets at one end and the other become holders. So what is a shunted socket? A shunted socket basically means that the power is on both sides of the socket. Unshunted, non-shunted, means that they are separate and could be by themselves, could be powered, unpowered, but there's no connection between the two sides. Mine are shunted, so I need to go and make them unshunted. That little dashed line in the middle, I need to remove that wire to make them unshunted. So let's get started on this big project. So to explain it a little bit easier, let me show you one that I've already done. This fixture was replaced about a year ago, maybe two. So the power comes out of the ceiling, connects to the black and white wire, which is in that sleeve. Black and white wire comes down and it is broken off, and I've got a neutral and a power going to each one of the tombstones, the sockets at this end. That end, the tombstones were made unshunted with removing the wire, and those are basically holders. Now each tube light that I have comes with a sticker that I need to put into each one of the fixtures, so the next person who opens this up knows that these are LED, set up for LEDs. So let's get started. So in order to move the ballast, rewire to connect to the tombstones and disconnect the other end, I need to start somewhere. So here's one fixture that I'm getting ready to begin. Let me show you how we do it. Okay, in order to find out whether my tombstones are shunted or unshunted, whether both sides are connected, let me go and get a small screwdriver and just slide this plastic around somehow. And now I can reveal the copper. See the copper in there? I'm using my Tesman meter that I got when Scoutcrafter revealed it a couple years ago, and 357 Magdad did an excellent job recently. I love my meter. So I'm touching one to one side, and I've got continuity between the two. Automatic meter, it knew what I was trying to test. So I need to go into here. There's copper running around the side, running around this side, and there's a little wire that goes right here between the two to connect them. I've removed it from here, so let me go and show you what this does. Absolutely nothing. This is now a holder that's going to hold the end of the LED light into the fixture. So I need to go and do this to 8 more fixtures. I need to do it to here, then reconnect these, then actually I'm going to reinstall these on the ceiling so I know how I can carefully remove them and reinstall them. Now for the rest, here's where the wire came in from the house. Connected there. Let's go ahead and get this assembled. Garbage. I will recycle, take it to a place to discard hazardous waste. That's how they're connected at the other end. I'm going to make them, disconnect them, remove the wire, and make them unshunted. On mine, I have two little indents here, two little snaps on the front and the back. I cannot get it off without disconnecting those. So there's the copper on one side, came out on one. I'll push that right back. And the wire just fell right out. Now they're disconnected. Both in there secure, and I slide it right back on. Done. I'm going to put a drop of glue on the back on each one just to hold them together. And there the wire stayed in. That's what we're looking to get out. And it fell out the bottom. Okay, going back to pre-wire for putting in the ceiling. This is where the transformer was. We're getting rid of the ballast. Those are ballasts. I'm going to reuse this wire, save some money, save some time. I'm going to set it up. I know Frank has installed everyone in the center of the fixture, so I know my power is going to be right in this area. I'll put the screw back in, or the screw that I take out is going to be there for the grounding. So now I need to go and connect these two to those two, each with a power and a neutral. So that is the next step. Then I'm going to take them to the ceiling. I'll wire a couple of these and then go and take them up to the ceiling and start replacing, getting some light in my garage. Okay, let me pause here in the middle to go and confirm what wire size we have. These are the wires from that I have existing. I have a wire gauge, general. Has all the different wires, so I come here and check. 15, no. 16, it fits. 17, it fits. 18. 19, it does not. So this is 18 gauge wire. So I purchased some 18 gauge wire that I'm going to use for the connection. What I'm not sure if you noticed in the last clip, as I was putting these together, trying to set it up, these occasionally popped out, and I don't want that to happen while they're on the ceiling. The wire that I was using, if you can see, is stranded. That was what I had purchased, and when it came in it was stranded wire. Set those aside, so I ordered something else. Let's take a look. This is called tinned copper, so it's solid. There is, yeah, it's copper inside. And what I did, let me go back to this. Here's the sample coming in and checking. See if where it's going to focus. .18 gauge. Come on, focus. Anyways, I'm confirming that the wires they used on the original fixtures is 18 gauge. So the little spots they give me to be able to slide my wires in there is 18 gauge. So that's what I've got. Let me go back and rewire these. And also the 7-inch was a little bit too short. Now with solid, I'm going to make them 8, maybe 9. And we'll go from there. Okay, now to show you what the workshop looks like with all the lights finished. I have another little secret. I have installed a light socket connected to the electrical outlet, so it's constantly got power, and I have a motion sensor. So whenever somebody walks out in the garage, I will always have light coming on, so you're not coming out. When I come in from a walk at night when the room is dark, it's here. Okay, this is what I've been with for the last couple years with 2 fluorescent lights. this is what I get to live with now. And I am so grateful that I have taken the time to do this. And oh my gosh, my garage is such a mess. Oh, maybe I shouldn't. There's a future project for a Christmas parade, but the lights are up, the lights are on. I have plenty of light in my garage. Now I'm looking forward to doing some more projects. Thanks for visiting Wingnut's Workshop.